Hello there, Jeremy Ginsburg here. This is my Gerson therapy vlog number 2. Feeling pretty good. Been going through some waves of energy and fatigue, and it's interesting, life and the healing journey and the body and energy and how it works. Still figuring that out, but for some reason I feel really good. I'm shocked because I was up until 3 a.m. last night, couldn't really sleep, and I woke up about 7 a.m. And I have way more energy than the last 6 weeks where I've been getting probably 8 to 11 hours of sleep a night. Welcome to my life of mystery. So instead of figure out why or complain or whatever, analyze, I'm just making this video and enjoying life, enjoying the energy when it comes, trusting that it's here because I deserve it. So here we go. So, what do I want to talk about? It feels good to feel good, to have energy back. I feel like this is kind of like a quote normal tired that I've been feeling today. Almost like, yeah, I could definitely use a little nap or massage or rest, but I still have energy to go throughout the day. And to me, this is kind of like, I don't want to say common or like normal, but it's a familiar tired where I can still make videos. June and I just sang a song. We'll post on our YouTube channel as well. Had a team meeting. I was able to coach a client this morning, so I definitely have energy to live and to be quote effective in the world. But it's not like the other days where it's just this, like, I describe it as unearthly because it feels like it doesn't come from this earth. Like today I feel an earthliness of tired. Like, yeah, I'm tired, have a little bit of a headache, but like I'm still shining. As you can see, I have energy, I'm able to function. What terrifies me is these spurts of like deep emotional turmoil, fatigue, depression, brain fog, whatever you want to call it. I don't even like to label it anymore, but it feels good to have a break from that today. Even though I feel like if you were to take my state of being and put it on like most of the world, people would be like, oh, I don't feel good, I'm tired, I need more sleep. I'm just like grateful that I have energy to make this video. So yeah, trying to see things through that perspective. One big hurdle or challenge I faced on my journey that I've been trying to really integrate or heal, I prefer the word integrate, but integrate chronic headaches, is really being open with my family, and not just my family, but my close loved ones who really care about me, who wants what's best for me, but who also share a lot of the pain, frustration, fear, and worry around my health. And yesterday was a big step for me, even though, so yesterday, my sleep is just completely, it's just a mystery. And yesterday I tried to do a coffee enema at night. I did a coffee enema at night, hoping it would help me sleep, help me wake up better. It didn't help me fall asleep, but that could be a reason why I woke up feeling better. So I'm going to experiment more with an evening coffee enema. But again, it's like everything has its cost, because that may have been what kept me up. But even before that, I was just doing one coffee enema in the morning, and the days were just like, I was so tired. And I'll get back to family in a second. I realize I just totally changed the subject, but it's my vlog, so don't tell me what to do. So I was waking up, I've been waking up like 9, 10, 11, 12-ish. And it's sad for me to say this because this past summer I was waking up at like 6, 7 with this energy. I went through an online course. I was 7 a.m. once a week for 6 weeks. I was coaching people, having 7:30 a.m. business calls, being sharp and helping people. And it was really exciting and optimistic. And then all of a sudden, now I'm like sleeping in, and it's really difficult to wake up. I feel super tired. Yesterday, my partner, she's amazing. She just like dragged me to a cafe at like 2 or 3 p.m. I'm just like, fine, I'll go somewhere. And then I drank some tea, I drank some coffee, which I'm not supposed to according to Gerson therapy, but I was just so depleted. And then in that, I started to wake up around like 4 or 5 p.m. And that's kind of been the last, honestly, few weeks. Just like deep, unearthly struggle, pain, fatigue. And this was even taking place before I started the Gerson therapy, which is another exciting additional variable. And then around like 4, 5, 6, I start to wake up and I'm like, oh, I can like respond to emails now and I feel like a person. Great, I'm coming back to planet Earth and I can function. And then I'll get a headache. So then it's like, oh, now I need to like rest or go to the ice bath, sauna, take a massage. And it feels great to break that pattern, but that's pretty much been like the last few weeks. And then I'll get a headache, and then I did yoga one night. You know, like I'm really good at self-care. If anything, pat myself on the back. You know, napping, massage, enema, breathing techniques, resting. I'm really good at that. So I'm really just taking it easy and not working very much, letting life just happen, and really just surrendering, letting go of this masculine entrepreneurial side of me that's like, hey, we gotta grow the business, we gotta do some Facebook posts, and we got an event to fill, we're throwing a retreat in 8 weeks and we gotta get more signups, let's do stuff. And just learning to let go, to trust, to rest for success, which isn't as sexy as getting it done or Nike's just do it. So I've been really surrendering to that. And yesterday while I was at the cafe, all of a sudden I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tell my dad what's up, because I love you, Dad, if you're watching this, but my father and I have had some disagreements on our perspective on the healing world, and it's not just my father and I, it's a lot of people, and it's a lot of people in the world. But I've just felt the time to really open up to him, because I felt like I wasn't really being honest with how I was doing. Deep down, I felt like I had to prove to him that I was being healthy because my methods work, because the stuff that I'm trying, he holds a more conventional view of medicine, and there's nothing against that. It works well for him. That's beautiful. But from my perspective, I haven't had really much benefit from pharmaceutical industry, even though I'm sure there's plenty of case studies and stuff that it alleviates headaches and it can help, especially with fatigue and the stuff I'm going through. My personal experience is like, whew, let's not do that again. So basically, I built up some boundaries between my family and I, because I wanted some space around my journey. And I'm sure this is relatable to anyone who's been through a chronic illness, especially something that's a mystery, because I know at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want myself to be healthy, happy, joyous, enthusiastic, creative, abundant energy. Boom. We all want the same thing. But along the way, egos get in the way and we have disagreements. And so basically yesterday, I'm at this cafe. I had like 4 sips of coffee, but I'm still like half dead, but I'm like on my phone, all right, whatever, I'll just respond to some emails. I ended up writing a Facebook post that got some engagement about, the Facebook post was about doing coffee enemas and how I cried yesterday while doing a coffee enema, which is a whole nother story. But I guess it's not that much of another story. I've just been doing a lot of emotional releases, and I realized that what I considered myself as fatigue or depression, I shifted my perspective to say that, hey, this is just a deep emotion. How can I feel this better? How can I identify what's this emotion? How can I go beneath that? What's beneath this emotion? And realizing that it wasn't depression. It's actually mostly frustration. It's feeling like abandonment, loneliness, lack of belonging, like all these deep stuff coming through. And I'm just like, I just want energy so I can live my life. So after I kind of got over that phase and had a good coffee enema cry and wrote about it on Facebook, I'm like, all right, I'm going to open up to my dad. Because basically, I've just been like afraid to really share and be completely open, and fear that he's just like, hey, that's not a good idea. Or he's just like, why don't you try this if you're doing all this crazy stuff and you won't consider this? And it's just all past stuff. And so I felt good about it. So I emailed him and I'm basically like, hey, I know I had a great summer. And I told you that, but the last 5-6 weeks have been a struggle. And I'm going to cry talking about it. And it felt good just to like be me, to be authentic. And it's like I'm not hiding anything. I don't need to prove to anyone that like I'm worthy of love, because I can find my path and feel better. And we all want the same thing. So basically I wrote to him about 3 opening up and giving him resources too. Basically saying, hey, here's what I'm doing. Welcome to my journey. Because before I kind of said like, look, I don't want to talk about my healing journey. I don't want to talk about headaches. I don't want to talk about ideas. I don't want to talk about what I'm eating, my food, diet, my energy levels. Like, can we just let go of that for now? And so this was actually a big step looking back, and you can tell I'm getting emotional talking about it. So I sent him this email just like, hey, this is the program I did during the summer. It's just called the Presence Process, which is more of an emotional, mental healing, which is pretty much just about like feeling emotions and meditating. And it was big for me to go off weed, and that's just like a lot of inner child integration. So I would say that's more the emotional side. And then I told him about my spiritual teacher, whose name is Chung Fu, who is like an ascended master and is channeled by this woman in the UK, Sally, and even talking about it, my mind is like, what is going on? And I hop on a call with Chung Fu, and Chung Fu's like, blessings and peace. I invite all plant beings and the spirit realm to come and help us in this dialogue of divine integration. And it's out there stuff. And you can just see how much I've opened up, because like 2.5 years ago, when I was first looking into alternative treatments, I went to someone who spoke to angels, he claimed, and I just didn't believe it at all. I didn't buy it at all. I'm like, this guy's crazy. He claims he has this gift from his mom. I'm like, great, his mom's crazy. So much judgment, and I was just not open. Now I'm talking to ascended masters regularly. Airplane coming. Let's do a quick meditation. Take some breaths. Welcome back. So I sent him the link, and this is something that 6 months ago I would have been so ashamed and embarrassed to send to my dad, because he's a lawyer, super conventional, and so I'm like, hey, here, check it out, it's out there, but hey, it's helping, it's working. And so I sent him emotional, that's a spiritual, and then I sent him the link to the gerson. I'm like, hey, here's the gerson diet. I explained it to him, and to me that was a big step of like opening up and being vulnerable and admitting like, I'm still very much in the trenches, and to me it was a big release, like letting go of this ego of mine that's like, hey, we gotta prove to other people that what we're doing is the right path, when obviously what I'm doing is the right path for me, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. And so it's just this self-doubt, this seeking for approval from others. And I wake up with this email. He's like, hey, when can you call, like, let's talk ASAP. And getting so emotional, because for me it's like no big deal. It's like, hey, this has been going on for 6 weeks, but to him it's kind of like, hey, wake up call, your son is suffering. And so I talked to him a little bit and trying to put logic on it, but like I let go, I release the need to know and to understand what's going on, because that only complicates things. And I've tried, and I'm just letting go of that for now. I'm still learning. I'm reading Healing Hopeless, the book about gerson. I'm going to get the other book, A Cancer Therapy. I'm learning. I'm absorbing as much information, but the part of me that's like, I got to figure out everything. It's like, if that's the case, I might as well just become a physicist, because it's a black hole and there's a trillion stars out there and a million different things to study and figure out, atoms and molecules and nucleuses and so many mysteries in life. So I'm not sure I want to go down that rabbit hole quite yet, but it felt good to talk to my dad and just be open. It's like I felt like there's a part of me that's like ashamed of like, I chose the wrong path, and that's just self-judgment. So much self-judgment. I release self-judgment. Plain meditation. So yeah, I live next to the airport, so anytime a plane comes and we're talking, we can just come back to our breath, relax, meditate. The plane is here to remind us of the present moment. It's the mindfulness plane. So there you have it, Gerson vlog number 2. I'm still waiting for the supplements as far as that concerns, so I'm excited for that. And I'm excited about these second and third enemas. I was doing like 2 or 3 a day, and I felt like it was too much, so now I'm kind of reintroducing that. I'm really appreciating support from the Gerson support group on Facebook. Seems like some amazing people there. And it just feels good to have energy. So with that, another 15-minute vlog. Is there anything else I feel called to share? If you're watching this, you're doing gerson, I just want to say you're not alone. I may seem like I'm super energetic and high vibes and funny or whatever now, but it's because I'm making the video. You should have seen me this yesterday morning, or just yesterday during the day. And if there's any lesson I have for myself, or reminders for myself, is just trust that, like, the body's intelligent. It knows when to release, or the soul knows when the body's ready to integrate whatever's going on. Because I had an 8 a.m. call today. I'm going off of like 3.5 hours of sleep, but I'm still able to function. So, like, there's just no logic in that. No. Logic only goes so far, right? Because we have this human mind, but the universe is massive, expansive. Wow, we're getting a lot of airplane meditations today. Woo! Take another breath. I trust myself. I trust that the path I'm on is the right path. I trust that everything is working with me, not against me. All the forces are on my side. I trust in the unfolding of life, of the universe, of everything seen and unseen, and that it's all here to help. And I hope that you can find some faith, inspiration, trust, wisdom, knowledge, excitement, joy, or whatever can help you from watching this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's as you see, I have a lot of fun doing this, and just a reminder of how powerful space is, because by me making these videos, I just have the space for me to talk through what's going on, and simply by doing so, I come to my own conclusions. I find my own insights. I make myself cry, and I'm not saying that's going to happen for you, but a lot of it is just having the space. Therapy, counseling, coaching, psychiatry, group support groups, men's work, sister circle, it's powerful for that dynamic. And so I thank you for being a safe space for me to just share. Thank you individually, but also like the internet as a whole, because that's pretty cool. So thanks for watching, and hope you have an amazing day, and stay tuned for more videos. Namaste. May the Gerson way be hip hip hooray. Yay!